Welcome guys, my name is Ricardo Pereira and today I'm going to teach you how to import an Excel file to your application. So don't leave and learn Mendix with me. So to start, we need to download the Excel importer module from the marketplace. So if you don't have on the first page, you can search on the first input. So here, click in the Excel importer and make sure that you have installed first the module reflection and also the community commons, because they are dependencies of the Excel importer module. So once you have done it, click in download, select add as a new module and click import, continue, click OK. So after install this module, we can create a new one where we're going to create some custom logic. So right click, add a new module, and as a module name you can write Excel import, click OK, go to security and create a new module role called user, click OK and OK again. Now we can go to the security of the project, double click, user role, administrator, module roles, click in edit, and make sure that this user role have permissions inside the community commons module. So in my case as administrator, and also in model reflection as a model administrator. Now you can also add permissions inside the Excel importer module as a configurator, and also on the module we just create. Click OK. OK again to confirm. So to give you some context about this application, I'm going to the main module of this app just to check the domain model. And as you can see, I only have one entity called request. So I want to import some data to this entity. And here I just have two attributes, one called name, another status. And regarding the status, just have two values. One is draft and submitted. Regarding the access rules, I have just one module rule. So user, it have permissions to create new objects and also to delete, and have in this case read and write access to everything. Regarding the homepage, we have just a simple homepage with just a title called request, and also a data grid with just two columns, so the attributes that this entity have. So let's start creating our custom logic. Go to the domain model of the module that we created, add a new entity, and we are going to create a non-persistent entity of our main module. So requests np, and persistable, we can check no, and let's create the name and the status. Name as a string, and also status and as enumeration, and let's select the correct enumeration. And main module, request, resource, enumeration, and enum status. As a default value, we can select draft. So let's create a new one. This entity will be used to store the file that we are going to import. So file, persistable, yes, and let's select a generalization. You can search for template document, double click, and it's just necessary to give some access rules. the new, select the user, read and write, and also allow creating new objects and delete. Okay, and okay again. Now we have to associate both entities. So it's one file to many request NP objects, and rename the domain model. That's it. So now we are going to create some folders to keep the project structured. So right click on the module, add folder. The first folder will be called file, and inside file let's add also microflows and page. And inside the page, let's create a new page called file import, and just give some space between both. Import. We can select a blank page with auto default layout, and inside this page we can go to the toolbox, add a data view, and select as a data source the entity file. Do you want to automatically fill the contents of the data view? Click in no, and inside data view we can search for file manager and select the one inside the toolbox. Here we can just move the orientation to vertical, and that's it for now. We can go to the home page web and just create a new button, and inside this button let's change the show page event to create an object. As an entity we are going to select file, and on click page select the page we just created, so file import, and click OK. Now go back to the file import page. So we are going to create some microflows. So here you can grab a microflow button, just drag and drop inside this page, and click the microflow folder and create a new one. So this one we are going to create as a ACT file import, and change the button name to upload, and also change the button style. Click OK. Right click on the button and select go to on click microflow. And here, as you can see, we already have the file object as a parameter. So in this microflow, we can just drag and drop a retrieve action, double click from database, click in select, and search for templates. You can close the variables tab, open the marketplace module, Excel importer, and select template entity. Here we are going to just select first, and here we can apply XPath constraint. So title equal to requests. In this case you can change for the name that you want. So requests, close, click OK. We are going to check if this template exists. So if we have a template, it's different than empty. So if yes, we're going to the right side, so true. If not, we can just go below and add an end event. On this side, we can also add show message, drag and drop from the toolbox, click, and we can change the type to warning. And as a template, we can write no template, selected file, or you can write something like template not found. Click OK, and to the right side, we can search for start import by template on the App Explorer. So just drag and drop the Java action, double click, and inside the template object input, you can select our template, import Excel document, you can select the file, and also import object parameter, also the file. Click OK, and create error handling. So right click that error handling. We can create custom without rollback. Click OK. So drag and drop a new arrow and select end event. And here we can also add a show message. In this case, we can select error, and inside the template, we can write the following: error occurred when importing documents. And then we can also add a parameter here. So click in new and search for file slash name, and also second one just to show the error message. So at the second, and here we are going to search for latest error slash message. Click OK, OK again, and just move up the other actions. Now we can go to the toolbox and search for a list. So we're going to create a new list entity. In my case, I'm going to select request and request list to commit. And now we are going to retrieve from the file all the objects. So in this case, we're going to file variable, click, and we are going to retrieve request np file association. So now to create the request objects, we are going to create a new loop here and iterate through the request np list. And inside this loop, we are going to add another retrieve. So from database, we are going just to select one and make sure that the file we are importing don't exist on the database. So we can go, first we need to select an entity. So go to the main module, request, and now we can write name, so equal to the iterator request np slash name, and click OK. And we can also try to find it inside the list we have to commit. So we can also go to the list activities, select list operation, connect both, and as operation we can select find as a list request list to commit member name, and it's equal to actuator request np name. So if both objects are empty, that means we can create a new object. So we need just to check the name of the object. In this case, it's request equal to empty and new request equal to empty. And as a caption, we can write, so create object and click OK. The right side, we can create a new object and give just some space to work. So move the loop, connect the decision with the create object, and here we're going to select the request entity, so the one that is persistent, and create a new attribute, select name, and here we are going to fill the value with the iterator value, name for the name, and status for the status. So you can click in OK. Just to have a better organization, we are going to change the object name from new request to find request, and also on the create activity, just remove this _2, click OK, right click inside the connection, to the right side it's true, and let's also add change list, where we are going to add this new object to the request list to commit. Add, write new request as a value, and click OK. To the false, you can just add a continue, and that's it. Now we just need to make sure that the request list to commit have some values inside. So we can just add a new decision. We are going to select the request list to commit, and check if it's different than empty. Just copy and paste inside the caption, click OK, and if we have some values inside, then we can commit object. You can, in this case, commit with events, and there is no need to select the refreshing client. To the false way, so we can just add other elements and events. So to organize in the better way this microflow, we can separate in different phases. So you can select the requests NP list and all the loop. Right click, drag to sub microflow, and we are going to write as a name sub file import, and click OK. And we can also move everything that is here to a BP microflow, so business process, we just need to remove this end event. So just remove. And we can also just move all the activities to be together. Here, you can just select everything, extract to a sub microflow. And here we are going to call it BP file port. We can create. You can go inside again and just add the end event. Also here. All right, so going back to the ACT microflow, we can also move this end event to near the BP activity. And here we can add a decision. So we are going to confirm if everything is okay. For now, we can just write as a caption, okay. And add a show message at the end. So just saying the part is finished. And also a close page. So just to make sure that everything went well, we can go to the BP microflow. Before the first action, we can just create a new variable. And here we can keep data type as a boolean, and as a value we can just write true. And as a variable name we can write all valid. Click OK. So for every decision that goes to the false way, we can add change variable all valid to false. So you can just copy and paste everywhere. So also here. And go to the first activity, right click, return as a value. And going back to the ACT, you can just save everything, double click on the microflow activity, rename the microflow variable, and then click OK. Now we have access to a boolean just to confirm if everything went well. Go to the decision, and here we can just select all valid. So now we have the option to add the condition value. So to the right side, it's true. And to below, it's false. You can save everything. And now we can go to properties and give access to the user module role to access this microflow. We can go to the page and also give permissions to the module role. And going to the navigation, we need to add the import Excel page. So Excel importer as a caption icon, we can select, for example, the download icon. So for example, this one. On click, select show a page. Go to the marketplace modules, Excel importer, use me, and select Excel import overview. Now we need to check which errors we have currently. So currently I'm using the version 10.1.1, and when I'm installing the module reflection module, it comes with 3 errors. What we need to do is just double click, go to the reference selector, go to page, and just click in another page, click OK, and select again the same page. So we need to do the same for all. After fixing this bug, you can just run the project. After it runs, you can click in View App. You can just, as a username, write mxadmin password 1, click in Sign In, and now we need to go to the model reflection page, select the Excel import, also select importer and the main module. Click to refresh. Now we can go to the Excel importer page, create a new template, and write as a name the same that you write inside the microflow. So you can go to the BP file, go to the second action, and just copy the name that is here. So name, as a Mendix object, we are going to select the request NP, and reference to import objects, so the request NP underscore file. Import action, we can select create an object for each row because we are doing the validations inside the microflow. And as a sheet number, we can just keep 1, header row number also 1, and importing from row number 2. Save and next. And so for this import, I'm going to import an Excel file with just 2 columns. One is name, another is status, and we have 2 rows to import. One is request 1 with status draft, and the second is request 2 with the status submitted. Make sure that you close your Excel file and click in new. Data source we can keep as a cell value. Column number, it's always the first, so that means you should select 0. And caption, you can write name. Attribute, here select an attribute. In my case, it's name. Do the same for the status. So column name, caption, status, type, attribute. Same here, and select status and click in save. So everything is configured. So just click in save. Go to the home page, click in file import, select the one that you need to import, and click upload. The import is finished. Click OK, and you can see that we have imported 2 values. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave the like, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.